Hey guys, my Undead Man here, and I just got done watching the Transformer movie off my laptop. Um, but what I have to say is, I've seen all bad reviews. Those who review it and give it bad comments aren't true fans of Transformers. I've been a fan of Transformers ever since I was a wee lad, really young, and I'll show you this. I got Slag or Sludge, I can't remember their names to change. And then I should have probably underneath all this stuff. Crosshair or whatever. He's the guy with the trench coat in the movie. And I also have oh, a wing and such has fallen off of him. I don't know where. I'll fix him later. I also have this guy. Come on, movie. And they really built this guy real bad because all that's holding this part on is this. But that's not why I'm reviewing the movie. I'm reviewing the movie because it wasn't bad. It was actually a very nice and interesting movie. I'll have to modify these pieces, but make it so that he doesn't lose them. I thought he lost an arm there for a second. I would have to go digging for it. But I would have to say, since I'm a true fan and I can understand Michael Bay where he was going, and the actual co-writer, I'd have to give that movie a 10 out of 10. It was a good movie, and I hate that it had the worst reviews I could ever see in a movie, about a movie. I guess people don't realize that movies will have their bads and will have their goods. Like, I didn't understand number 2, but I understood number 1 and number 3. And I could tell in number 4 that where Michael Bay was going and the co-writer. So, the CGI, which is something they use for developing and making um, Transformers to look as real as possible, was great. You could see Galvatron, Lockdown, Optimus, Leadfoot, uh, Ratchet. I hate it that they two were killed off, but it was to make it so the fans felt real sad, and that it shows that we are a dominant race, but what we don't realize is we're also the ones that create. And one of these days, we're going to create something that tries to take over. And as you can see, that movie showed an apocalypse. Megatron, who died in the third movie, got his head ripped off by Optimus Prime, programmed his own genome, as they like to call it for some odd reason, genome, and programmed it into Galvatron's body. Unlike how he got it in the G1 series movie, where Unicron gave him a new body, he automatically got one from us. We built him a new body using the transform room or whatever. But what the reviewers and what people don't realize is that to understand it, your heart is truly in the sensation of science fiction. And when you're in that part of your mind, it doesn't matter what people say because what you think comes true. And really, it was very interesting. Now, the one thing that I have to say, though, is that I really liked how they brought to give. I don't know if anyone noticed this, but the reason why they brought the flat-nosed Optimus pack is because they wanted to bring in the G1 series a little. They wanted to show more of the G1 series, which I don't understand what people didn't understand about that, is that they brought the G1 series in. They have the Dinobots. They have, Lockdown. And then you got the, the Transformer that switched sides? Drift? He was called a triple shifter. He was able to shift from one vehicle form to another. And he was able to, in the movie they didn't show this, but he was originally a Decepticon and at the same time an Autobot. But he was on the Autobot side the whole time. What the G1 series of his version was, he didn't have the exact same name, somebody else had that name, but he had a completely different name, and he was able to transform into two different vehicles, and was to make himself look like a Decepticon or an Autobot, either way. But what people didn't notice in the movie, I noticed right off the bat, because he did it 5 times, I believe. I get tired after watching a really good movie. He shows a helicopter, and he shows a car form, which no one realizes that's his two modes. And Crosshair here has no second mode. He only has the car and the robot. Visible head syndrome, as can't remember his name. Yeah, I gotta fix Bumblebee. Yeah, no, I just wanted to say, good movie. I give it a thumbs up. Actually, I would give it 2 thumbs up, but I can only give it 1. Uh, Not only that, is I finished a game, a really good game. I'm a big fan of Halo, and I finished Halo 4. And it was really interesting. I was excited to play it. It had its good moments, it had its great moments, no real bad moments. Um, I I've seen people come across glitches. I haven't come across one single glitch. It was a nice, challenging game. It had a good challenge to it. And, yeah. Oh, and as you can tell, my undead man has long ass hair now. Yes, I'm growing hair. Actually, if I do this, people that watch anime don't understand what it resembles and my hairstyle resembles. Hey, I want to ask you guys, does anyone know what this stands for? If you know, and you've watched enough anime, share this video. But it was a very interesting movie. All I have to say is that I like Bumblebee's new look more than I do this look. There was a lot of annoyance that he looked like this to me. I did not like this. I like the new form where it hides the chest more, where it covers the chest up a bit more. But otherwise, Transformers 4, really good. I do have to mention one thing. At the end of the movie, spoiler alerts, at the end of the movie, Galvatron says, "This ain't over. I've been reborn." You know what that shows? And I don't know how no one noticed this yet. A fifth movie. Michael Bay and the co-writer put that in for an Easter egg. It's an Easter egg in the movie. If no one notices that, you're not a real Transformer fan. I'm sorry, but I noticed it. I blankly noticed that, hey, Galvatron will have a part in the next movie. There's gonna be a fifth movie. What I like the most is you did get to see a lot of certain Dinobots. You got to see um, Grimlock. You got to see Swoop. I'm calling them by their original name. You got to see Slag, and you got to see Spike. And Spike was a G1 character at one time. A toy, technically. They didn't really put him in the show, I don't believe. But otherwise, that's gonna be it for now. Um, Very interesting movie. I give it 10 out of 10 for a good movie. And otherwise, it was interesting. I want to connect with all those true Transformer fans. If you like the movie, please say a rating of 10, basically. If it was a good movie, give it the rating of 10 out of 10. If it wasn't that bad, give it a rating 9 out of 10. And if it was bad, a 0 out of 10. Actually, not a 9 out of 10, a 5 out of 10. And if it was a bad movie, give it a 0 out of 10 for if you didn't like it. And I'm hoping it'll get at least 5 and 10. So, for those who watch this, I congratulate you to watch what you're watching, and I hope I've connected with some of the true and original Transformer fans. I don't have many Transformers, but I am a big fan. I've been watching the G1 series ever since I was a kid, which would have been 15 years ago. Yep, I was one when I was watching Transformers. I've seen all the trailers, all that about it. So, I hope they announce a fifth movie, because in the movie you saw Galvatron say those words, and it's not hard to tell there's going to be a fifth one, due to the fact that no one killed Galvatron. So, to expect what I've expected, I hope there will be a fifth movie. And that is and the next movie that will come out, I'm gonna rate a 15. I'm gonna rate it 15 out of 15. Instead of 10, I'm going 5 more. So yeah, that will be all my fans or viewers. I don't have many subscribers. So my admin logging off.